Sing out your frustration, just say a word. Keep on staring at the pavement, God knows who hurt. Ooh, your mind is a ghost town, echoing inside your walls, 5 feet underground now. Nothing's gonna save us from our doubts. Nothing's gonna...
My name is Andy Hornby, photographer and vlogger. 17 years ago I started teaching myself photography. Today I travel the UK as a professional wedding photographer, landscape photographer and filmmaker. Learn from my experiences, my mistakes and my tips and advice. Hi and welcome to another quick video. This is going to be a very short video. I just want to test out the intervalometer on this camera because it comes with it inbuilt. In past cameras you had to download the app, but it's inbuilt into the menu system on this thing. I'm going to overlay how you find it in the menu system now so you can see how you can turn the intervalometer on. Don't forget to turn it off afterwards. All you've got to do is set it for the time you need, so for how many shots you want over what period and what interval, and yeah, just hit the shutter and it will just carry on and go. I'm going to get a time lapse of this. Unfortunately we've got no sky. It's a really nice day, although it's quite cold. There's no real interest in the sky, so it's not going to be a fantastic example of a time lapse, but I want to get this video out there to show you how to do it really easily in camera. You don't need any external stuff like I've had to use before. My A7 III doesn't have this inbuilt, although in a firmware update soon, apparently in the A7 III and the A9 and the A7R3, that will be in the firmware update. You'll be able to then use that straight from your camera, which is pretty awesome really, because normally what I do is just take 600 images or so, put them together in a video editing software myself. The pictures are quite big, so I can pump out even a 4 or 6K video. So yeah, hope you found the menu functions fine. If you've got this camera, get out there, start taking time lapses. Time lapses are pretty awesome. I use them as transitions in my videos on a wider scale, but just as themselves they can be really good. Add some music on them, do some zoom in, zoom outs, that kind of stuff. Works really well. I think it's a really good addition to this new little camera. I'm really excited. So I'm going to do that now, get some time lapse of this. Hopefully we get some boats coming in and out soon, so we actually have some kind of subject. Otherwise it's going to be a pretty boring time lapse, but we'll see. Let's do that. See you in a bit.
You get everybody staring for days. All they see is just a young pretty face, but I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take, but there's something you're trying to hide.
Okay, it's really cold, and yeah, time lapses can be a funny thing. Normally you have to have a separate intervalometer which you'll place on top of your camera somewhere. You'll have a trigger and stuff, and you'll set your intervals and whatnot through that, and make sure that your settings all set in camera. I'm not sure how that came out, and I'm guessing if you're watching this video it came out okay. The first half of those images, unfortunately I had steady shot turned on, and that's a big mistake that I always make. Unfortunately it's on default on these cameras, and I haven't done a time lapse with this camera before. I'm usually pretty good and remember to turn it off. And steady shot is a bit like stabilisation. It's not quite in body stabilisation that this camera doesn't have, unfortunately, but what it does do is it allows a little bit of movement in the sensor. So if you're handheld and you're taking pictures, it allows for a little bit of camera shake, and it makes your pictures really sharp. In case you've got a little bit of movement, it completely negates that, and adds a little bit of it helps you a little bit with your picture taking. Unfortunately, if you put a camera on a tripod, it still thinks, if you've got steady shot turned on, that you're handheld and the sensor moves. So every picture, one after the other, potentially there's a little bit of movement between them. So the first half of that time lapse might be a little jittery and bumpy and stuff. If I can do anything in post, I will to do that. Sometimes with my video software, it will allow me to do a little bit of warp stabilization, that kind of stuff. But I just don't know until I get it back if it works even at all. It looks like it's pumped out an MP4, which isn't quite what I wanted. I actually wanted the pictures so I could deal with everything myself and put it together. as a video myself. I don't know until I get it back and get the SD card off, and I'm assuming writing's coming up just here to let you know what happened that I don't know. So yeah, so we'll soon get it back. Remember, steady shot turn off. Find your intervalometer in the back of this thing, turn it on and have a stab at it, because time lapses are awesome, really, really good. I use them all the time as transitions in my videos, and they just work really well and adds a little bit of flair sometimes. Okay, we haven't got a fantastic day today for time lapse because there's just no interest in the sky, and that's kind of what you need, is a little bit of interest. You need the clouds going through. But that's why I come down here, because I knew there'd be 1 or 2 ships coming in and out, so at least we'll be able to get something at least, and I can do this review. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, please stick around. If you're looking to buy the SONY A6400, it's a really, really good camera. I'm impressed with it so far. I've got some high ISO, low light stuff to do in a minute, just a little bit down the road. That video should already be out, hopefully, before this one, or it might be after this one. I don't know how that's going to work just yet, because it depends how my editing goes. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of reviews of this camera coming out in the next week or 2. So if you're new to my channel and you're looking to buy the 6400, stick around, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get updates every time I upload a new video. If you've got anything out of this video, please smash a thumbs up on it. They're always going to help my channel. And yeah, until the next one, Spinnaker Tower lights coming on. Love this place. And I'll see you on another one. Take care, keep shooting. See you later, bye.